Good afternoon. Welcome to another video with a guy and his projects. Today we are working on the 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee WJ 4.7 liter quadra drive, Varilock axles, limited, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. What we're doing today is actually something of convenience and convenience alone, as we're going to be tackling this whole head unit right here, and we're putting in a new stereo. That stereo's been there since the vehicle was created. There's no Bluetooth ability, no aux input, none of that. And I like to listen to my phone, which is through Bluetooth. That sounded really weird, but whatever. So, what we're putting in today is an Alpine UTE 73 BT, whatever all that means. This is not sponsored. None of this is sponsored. If anything is sponsored, guys, I will let you know it's sponsored, okay? If I don't say it's sponsored, it's probably not sponsored. I probably spent my hard-earned money to buy this stuff. All this is pretty much, actually, every single video I've ever done, I've spent my hard-earned money on, unless I've told you, hey, these guys sent this to me or are sponsoring this video. So just keep that in mind. When you look at this and you think, oh, hey, that's a basic head unit, it's because it is a basic head unit, because I don't have a lot of money to put a super nice one in there. So, not to mention, it's just, well, it's just what I'm doing. So, should do everything I want it to do. It's got the Bluetooth ability, which is the #1 thing I want. Looks like it's actually more tuned for iPhone, iPod, and weirdos that use that platform, but that's whatever. So we're gonna put that in. Of course, we did buy our adapter harness. We have an antenna adapter. We have these radio wire harness connectors. I've only used these once before, and I actually kind of like them. We'll go over that in a minute. And then of course your adapter plate, so you can put the whole thing in. And that's what we got going. If you guys want to see that, stick around. First thing we're going to do is wire it all up. We're going to wire the stereo to the adapter. I will put in a plug for Crutchfield. So Crutchfield doesn't even know I exist, other than the fact that I've bought, I don't know, a good 10 plus stereos from them over the last 5-6 years. But they have no idea about anything. But I will say I really like Crutchfield.com. I order most of my stereos through there. When you do, they make it super easy. They get you all the parts you need and all that stuff. They are not sponsoring. They don't even know I exist. I'm just saying shout out to them, because they are pretty nice to work with. Now their website's easy to navigate. I mean, it's great. Not sponsored. Now if they contact me after this video and want to, well, that's fine. I'll add in the description. But yeah, no. Anyway, so first thing I want to do is wire this up with whatever kind of mess this comes with. Let's actually go ahead and peel this open and see. Whoa. Microphone probably not going to use, but maybe. Depends on my mood, I guess. Whoa! That's great. Well, that's the head unit. And looks like that's the harness. And yeah. A little shoved in there, weren't we? Oh, and then we got a little something in here as well. Looks like screws and stuff, so we'll probably want that. All right, throw that on the ground, that on the ground, that on the ground, that on the ground, and let's open this up. Let me pin you guys somewhere. Whee! Throw that on the ground. Don't have to connect this yet, but I'm going to, just so I know what she looks like. Yes, I have a trash can to my left, but it's more fun to throw it on the ground. Let's see. Looks like this is going to slide in this way, connect in that way, and then wheel. By the way, this is not a how to do this video. None of my videos are how to do this videos. All of my videos are this is how I am going to do this. Follow me at your own risk. This may or may not work for me. It may or may not work for you. Just because it works for me doesn't mean it'll work for you. So just keep that in mind, all right? Moving on. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what that is. Don't need that. All right, so this is probably the plug that's going to go into your existing harness in the Jeep. Yeah, this is the harness that just came with the stereo. Whee! All right, so now that we're all unwrapped, we'll use those in a little bit probably. Gonna go ahead and get all this undone here. All right, so now we're gonna need to peel all these pre-cut pieces off. Get them out of our way. Let me get the trash can. So I'm just gonna save myself the effort later. Peel all these extras off here. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my wire strippers. I'm gonna go ahead and strip some insulation off of all of these. Don't worry, some of these are longer than others. Every installation is gonna be slightly different. Some people have aftermarket stuff. Some harnesses have multiple things. Some cameras have backup cameras you have to hardwire in. They're all different. Don't stress out about it too much. For something that they send me long, I usually just leave it long. I just bunch all this stuff up later anyway. It don't matter. All right. So now we're gonna take our little connectories. Whee! Dump them all out on the floor. I got more ice falling off the Jeep. All right, I'm not an expert by any means, but I like to try and keep this organized if I can. So I'll find the two on the end, like these two purples, and then I'll try and get these two purples kind of singled out here. They're not going to be in the same order by any means. I just try to twist as few as possible to get them out. I'm going to push these both out the back of the harness, and then theoretically when I'm done, it'll be good. It'll be nice and messy, but manageably messy. All right, I'm going to take the two solid purples. I want to twist them together. I want to grab this guy. I'll thread the cap through first, and then thread the long portion in. Make them nice and tight. Boop, boop. Okay. All right, so we are all hooked up except our blues. I can make the assumption that this solid blue goes to the solid blue, but what I don't know is maybe we need to put the blue and white striped with the solid blue. I don't know that. I want to go see if I can find the instructions. Be right back. All right, so I'm looking in the instruction manuals. I just flipped open to the first wiring diagram, which is in Spanish, but that's okay, because I am fluent in about 6 words of Spanish. So just going through here, you got your remote turn on is azul and blanco. Azul is blue and blanco is white, I believe. So that's remote turn on. I don't care about remote turn on, so we're just gonna get rid of that. We're not gonna worry about the white and blue, the azul and blanco. We might turn this on, find out I was wrong. And if we find that out, we'll readjust as necessary. This one, I'm gonna go ahead and, I wonder if I can put one of these on here just to cap it. Might be too loose, bro. Yeah, too loose. So let's just go, what you got? There's no power to it, so we'll be all right. I am going to kind of just tape those together somehow. Grab some electrical taper. Whoa. See if it breaks. Had the heater going on in here, but everything in the toolboxes are still a little chilly. All right. So that's what we're gonna do, just to keep them bundled so they don't fall apart. And this will plug into here just fine. But before we do that, we also need to make sure that this is hooked up. Okay, that's going to sit in there just like so. Now we need to keep it there, so we need to grab a screwdriver, find a couple of these tabs. So we'll grab a screwdriver and find a couple of these tabs that fit, and we're going to bend them up just to keep this in place. So this is already locked into place. You might have to actually push those down if it's not. Mine is, so I'm going to bend up like that little triangle and this little triangle just to hold this. Otherwise your stereo is going to be able to move in and out in the vehicle. This one will probably be a little stronger, so let me see if I can pick that one up. There we go. That locks it in good, which means I'll probably do this one as well. Yeah. Yep, that locks the top in real good. So then we'll go to the bottom. And I'll do these same 2 triangles. All right, so now this bracket's in there pretty tight. So when you put your stereo in, it's going to, well, it'll be like this. It's not gonna move. So that's the idea behind that. So we are essentially ready to put this in. Before we do that, we need to take this one out. I like to kill the battery. I'll just take the negative off just for the fun of it. Can't hurt anything. Some vehicles, if you disconnect certain things during radio install, it'll trigger airbag lights and stuff. I don't like to deal with that. So I'm gonna go remove negative battery. Definitely not that big. Looks like 11 wins. There we go. Tuck that down there. All right, then we're gonna come over to this monstrosity here. We're gonna grab maybe this one and this one. So once you're in the Jeep, it's not complicated. For one thing, Jeep actually did something right and made their stereos easy to come out. You just gotta find where they pop in. We're gonna go from right here. Oh. Okay, so it looks like this one's gonna come with the vents. There it goes. All right, let me get some illumination, a little light bulb action, and so I can see what I'm doing. Maybe you guys can too. I don't know if you can see or not, but essentially you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 bolts, screws, a little insulation. We're gonna go ahead and just pop all 4 of those out here, and you're gonna want to save those. Don't drop them down to the pit of despair. You'll never see them again. Okay, there's those 4. Theoretically, you should be able to slide this out. Oh yeah, look at that. Slides right out. All right. All right, so this is your antenna. All right, something like that. And got harness 1. That's probably for the steering wheel controls, which we don't care about actually. So, all right, so this is our new one. We're gonna put this harness in here. There it goes. And we're gonna connect this main harness. I'm making the executive assumption and decision that this is steering wheel controls. I'm not feeling like bothering with that, so we're gonna leave that off. Okay, so we're gonna plug our antenna in here and plug it into here. Boom. All right, now before we hook this back up, I'm just gonna kind of shove it in here for now. What I'm gonna do, before we're all committed, is I want to plug the battery back in. We're gonna test this out, make sure it works. Sorry about the flashy. That's the LED headlight that I'm wearing. And the shutter speed, I'm guessing. Get this guy back on. All right. Turn our key on. Well, we have power. Okay. Do we have volume? Where's my AM FM? Source, USB, aux, Bluetooth audio. Oh, we got sound. Pandora, tuner. Oh, hey, we got something. Let's go to that button. All right, it works. Okay, so let's kill that. Now that we know this works, we're gonna go ahead and make it look a little prettier and button her up. We do have the mic. I wasn't going to use it, but you know what? We might as well. Probably mount it to like right here, something like that. Hopefully you guys can still see. So we're gonna pull this out, and then we're gonna plug this into wherever it says mic, right here. All right, so this is gonna go back in. Shove it all in, boys. Push it in, push it in. I wanna keep my microphone on top. Right there. And then we're gonna grab our screws. Get her lined up as best we can one-handed. Once you get one screw in, it's all easy from there. Everything's tight and solid. I don't know what we're doing about this mic situation yet. I think I would like to put it right here. All right, so now all that's left to do is push this stuff back in. So then clip it in place. Uh-oh, not quite. Oh no. Why isn't he lining up? Remove. It should be lining up. Don't tell me we put this in upside down. Oh no. There's a right way and a wrong way. Oh man. Okay, let's try this again. So apparently there is an upside and a downside to this. It looks very similar, but if you look, there's this thicker in this corner than this corner. So dry fit this on the bench before you get too carried away. So I just flipped all that around. Not a big deal. It took me like 5 minutes. Probably actually not even that much. All right, so now we're good to go ahead and push this in. We got enough room for our microphone to hang out. Yep, that looks better. Booyah! Okay, our radio is installed. All right, so as far as this microphone situation, I'm going to get some epoxy of some sort, and I'll probably glue it up right there, or maybe on this little piece here, right here. Probably something like that is what I'll do. I'll glue it there because this glue that they provided is not very gluey. So, all right guys, easy as that. Remember, this is not a how-to, this is a how I do. Follow me at your own risk, do what you want to do, but keep in mind it may or may not work out for you, so that's on you. I don't really have much else to say except thanks for watching. Leave a thumbs up, hit the comment down below, and leave me some encouraging words of love and happiness or something. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you remember to subscribe. I got tons of videos on the channel now. I think we are over 200 videos now. So check them out, playlists, all kinds of stuff on the Jeeps, trucks, vans, minivans, cars, expeditions, SUVs, all that stuff. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.